What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your player partner, Captain Pimpin'. Yes, sir. Back with another episode of Crunk Lit Fresh, baby. You already know what time it is. Clock in time. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I got this special guest. He tearing up the city right now, hosting and performing. He also got a partner named Verse. They got another single, another song going crazy. But right now, I'm going to tell y'all, my player partner done pulled up on me. We had an event last night. He went crazy. Amir, what's up with you?
What's going on, brother? How y'all doing, world?
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Thank you for pulling up on me.
I appreciate you.
I see you. Look, I gave him a gift last night. He's still wearing it.
Got my little Christmas present on my head, you know?
Straight like that.
Yeah.
So, Amir, how's your mental health? We're going to jump right on in it.
My mental health is good.
Okay.
Do I feel like it's always been that way? No. Do I feel like I've always been able to at least make people perceive that it was always good? Yeah. And I only say that because I feel like as people, as well as an artist, but as people in general, I think a lot of times we are under that mental strain because we are carrying a particular facade. We want to appear, if not for a facade, you want to appear strong.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes you just gotta take care of yourself. But it starts with mental health. Does start with, looking at yourself and making sure that you are living in your truth, but also acknowledging the shit that you can't change.
Yeah, and I get that. I'm working on that myself. The can't change part.
You can't change everything, brother.
Yeah, it'd be rough out here.
Yeah.
The people that knows, and I've done plenty of stuff talking about, trying to battle with that whole thing. But let's go into this. I'm trying to see where I want to go with this.
Let's go.
Matter of fact, let's go ahead. Tell my Crunk Lit Fresh family who is Amir.
So Amir is a black man. So Amir is a brother. I live in the ATL. But I was born in Augusta, raised in between Augusta and Orlando, so that's Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Raised in between Augusta and Orlando.
Pimp suits out there in Augusta. Shout out to Augusta.
Man,
Pimp
you should have seen me when
Easter
I came
Sunday
to
fresh.
Atlanta.
I know y'all be dripping out there.
I hated Tyler Perry for that for a moment. Now
really?
Tyler Perry, I need you. But no.
So why did you? What happened?
Because he's looking like you from Augusta, and when I got here, I understood the connotation. Because Atlanta is such a mecca of so much culture and diversity. But I was that boy who had to have on a button up 24/7.
Okay.
I had to always be dressed up. I was wearing loafers. Ain't no way you 19, 20 wearing loafers every single day.
Every day though?
Every day.
Dang, that's crazy.
I was doing too much.
I ain't wear them every day, but
too much.
Sundays, something, yeah.
No, I mean that was by default.
Yeah.
But I wore them every day. If I had on sneakers, it was some Air Force Ones or some J's. Like it was, you knew what it was. But outside of that, I was always buttoned up too much. Okay. I was always overdressed. I still be overdressed to shit, but it's my swag, my way.
Hey, Amir be dripping. He be dripping. I was like, yeah, I might want to take a couple of pointers. I mean, because I like this. I like that right there.
I did
and it's our
hat.
color.
Y'all gotta check out the hat, man. The hat be hitting now.
Yeah,
the hat be hitting.
Worry about this hat.
It got that green on it.
Yeah,
it got that green on it.
It
right?
do.
I had to pull it out to make it work because I was about to put on them blue shoes. It's so much opportunity. Y'all gotta check out Crunk Lit Fresh.
Yeah,
he crunk, he lit.
Yeah,
and he gonna make sure you stay.
We gonna clap it up for that one. We're gonna clap it up for that one. I appreciate that.
Shameless plugs.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So Amir, you say you grew up in Augusta? I mean, you from Augusta?
So I was raised in Orlando up until like middle school. Then we transitioned to Augusta. From Orlando.
So you from Florida? Okay.
All my family is from like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, yeah.
Okay.
And the South Carolinas.
So you went from Florida to Augusta to Atlanta.
Florida, Augusta, pit stop in South Carolina, Denmark, South Carolina, nowhere. And That's where I went to school, and then I went to Augusta for 1 year, and then I came here. And I've been here since 2010.
Okay. Welcome to the city. Welcome to the city. We're going to clap it up for that.
My city.
Welcome to the city.
Almost 20 years talking about welcome to this city.
No, not my city. Welcome to this city.
Man, it's evolved.
It ain't definitely mine.
It ain't mine so much.
Yeah, it has. It has. Guys, I've been living in Georgia since '98. So it definitely has.
Okay.
Preferably Latonia. I'm an East Side baby. My Crunk Lit Fresh family, they already know what that time that is. So yeah, I definitely.
That's the farthest drive from anywhere. That 20 hit. That and that guy on spaghetti Josh. Atlanta know it be tripping.
Yeah, but I tell people, I'm like, don't even start with 30 minutes and go up. They're like, how far? Just start at 30 minutes.
And if your GPS say 30 minutes,
just go up.
Add 20 minutes
you
to
got
it,
to.
please. Or you got to. Barely gonna be on time if you're on time.
Exactly.
And you still might be late.
Yeah.
It's ATL.
Yeah. So Amir,
talk to me.
So when did you get into singing?
Ooh. So brother, I've been singing since I can remember. I've been like musically inclined my entire life. I've been an entertainer. Like I've always had that type of mindset. I always knew like what I wanted my family to look like when I wanted a family, what I wanted to drive. I knew what type of music I wanted to sing. But for me, I felt like because of the religious background of my family, my grandmother had churches. Like she was heavily in the church. And I felt like because of that and certain beliefs and understanding, that has always, even now, played a part in my choices and decisions as an artist.
Okay.
But yeah, I played the drums in church. It could be a Monday or Tuesday night. I'll be at the church as a boy. And then when I got in high school, it was the same way. But I was in the band. I was in the chorus my senior year. I was a part of a male group, you know. But even in the male group, I was on the back end. I was the one in the back. I had my one little 2 parts, and that was it. I've always been kind of that guy in the back. I've always been quiet and humble. I've always understood who God was in my life. And I feel like it's made certain doors open, but it's also closed certain opportunities because God has other things for me.
Yeah.
And I understand it. But yeah, that's singing wise. Publicly singing, I say like middle school. But I was like 4, 5, 6 dancing at people's weddings and shit, bro.
Okay.
Thought I was Michael Jackson.
I'm about to say you young Michael Jackson.
I was a drum major in high school.
Okay, let's get into it. Talk about it.
Yeah, I was a drum major in high school. I played trumpet, baritone, sax. In addition to that, I sang for my girlfriend my senior year, and I ended up
real lover boy. You a real lover.
Woo, nigga.
Lover boy.
But the choir director had competitions, and I could read music because I was in a band.
Let's talk on that because you done ran through all them instruments. How could you read all those instruments like that? Like, I guess that's a gift, or because if I look at it, my head might start hurting.
Yeah, it might hurt me a little bit right now.
And perfected all those instruments.
I don't feel like it was perfected, bro. I feel like, for example, I had 3 full scholarships, right, to play trumpet. And I feel like God just always made sure I was good. Mm-hmm. Even though my situation in life like might be one where he always made sure I was good and I had a path. I feel like playing an instrument is all about patience. It's all about having some type of energy to channel. And a lot of people who are creative because they experience certain things. And that's how you wake that beast up inside of you that makes you kind of hone in on that thing that you love. And being able to do so many things when I was young, like, but having no family support on it, like, it made me quiet. And then I got to focus when I moved to the A and like hone in on it. But reading music was easy because I was cool with the band director. Like, my oldest cousin, she was a dancing girl in the band before I even started playing trumpet. I was at their band rehearsals during the summer. So I was with everybody, the drum set, like everybody. We had I've always been around things that kind of guide where I'm going for my life and my journey. So it kind of just evolved. Now, I told y'all I had 3 full scholarships playing trumpet.
3 full scholarships. Hold on, we're going to clap it up for them 3 full scholarships right there.
I did that.
You did what?
I've been using scholarships.
It don't matter. You still got them, though.
I got a scholarship singing.
Let's go and clap it up for that again. He didn't clap it. He's singing. You got it for singing. It's just still a dope thing, because I'm like...
That's what opened the door, though, for me to hone in on becoming an artist, like really focusing on that. And in college, I got to be like a minister of music. You know, I got to go through all those different channels that kind of gave me stage presence. You know, it strengthened my voice. It made me confident, you know. If you come from a religious background, like, you know how to make the room move, because you know the spirit, and you know good energy and bad energy, even if you ain't in the church.
Yeah.
So you know how to conduct that. So I feel like those things like that kind of also played a huge part. Like, what if the choir director, Mr. Fortune, like, what if he didn't pull me and say, yo, I want you to do this? Because that's how I got the scholarship.
Hey, we're going to clap it up.
I never auditioned for the college scholarship.
That's dope. Seeing the talent in you.
But it opened doors. So, yeah.
That goes to show most, like, who you
got to keep going.
Got to keep going. Got to keep going. Most definitely. Most definitely. So, have you ever been, I know you was in the church. Mm-hmm. So, you done competitions? Did you get into that? And if you did, like, what age or when
what type of competitions?
Singing competitions.
As far as being an artist, yes.
Yes.
When I was a part of a group.
Okay, let's speak on that group.
I had a group. It was me, 2 of my cousins, and their best friend. And we had a group. And he was the lead singer. I was like the background singer. Uh-huh. I was Tamar out of the Braxtons right now at this time in my life. And it really just, we sang our asses off. We had our moves. And I remember we sang this song right here. Y'all know it. In the still of the night, I held you. Y'all know that song. It's an old school. Shoo-ah, shoo-ah, shoo-ah. That was my only part right there. Shoo-ah. That was my only little part. They gave me that one little part. You know what I'm saying? But the group was popular. We kind of excelled. We won like 2 phases of the competition. And then some things transpired like they do with a lot of our black people. Like, one of the people got into a little bit of trouble, and it kind of put that to halt. But then it was time for me to go to school. Time for me to go off to college. So when I did that, that really pushed me to sing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was in the choir. I was traveling because I was in the choir. I was in the choir because they were paying for me to be there.
So you was getting money. What age was this?
18, 19.
Okay, so you've been getting money off this whole with singing and stuff.
I mean, technically, yeah. I ain't see the money because it went to the school and the government. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, in essence, yes. I never looked at it that way, though. I never thought about it that way till you said it.
Yeah, because that's what popped in my head. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Been getting it out here. You've been getting it out here. So the group just, we'll say...
The group is dissipated.
Broke up.
Even now.
Yes, I get it because I was in the group.
I would never work with that particular group anymore.
Oh,
and I say that because, like, I put in work to get where I am now.
Out of respect.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I
respectfully.
Respectfully.
And I've given certain people that were a part of that group opportunities over the years.
Okay.
And they kind of play it low. So if it's not something that you're serious about, ain't no point me pulling you in over here.
At all.
We don't need no dead weight. We're trying to press forward. We are pressing forward. So, yeah, it make it tough, bro. It's very challenging to be an artist in many regards because you got your regular life.
So let's speak on that. Because I try to ask these artists the pros and cons in their opinion. So I'm a guy that goes to the negative first, and then we end up on a brighter side. So what is the cons that Amir have seen and went through when it comes to this music entertainment lifestyle?
Honestly, bro, I feel like the lifestyle naturally, financially, there's that one thing. Financially, you as an artist are always out of pocket. You're always the artist is the person, if you're not signed, that's spending the money to get people to
talk
get
to
the
them.
work
Let them
done,
know. Let them know.
Produce the songs that y'all are listening to, the beats that y'all are hearing, the visuals y'all are seeing. Sometimes to get style, sometimes to rent the space that they're shooting this stuff in.
Yeah.
Artists spend, even independent artists spend $1,000 to $2,000 on one record. And sometimes that's even on without a visual.
Y'all listen, pay attention. Y'all listen.
And it may not go nowhere. And even if they get 1 million streams, they still only made, what is it?
On pennies to the, I don't know.
A little over $3,000 that one time. Because now even on Spotify, right? Even on Spotify, your streams restart every month. They want to know every month that you got people engaging in your stuff, or you been just like Instagram, blackballed in a sense. Like you been pushed down in the algorithm.
So you saying every month is regenerated again?
Regenerated.
I never knew that.
It'll show you your monthly listeners, but that number can go up or down based upon how many people listen.
So they're going by a month-to-month basis instead of.
So that's why artists need you to like they post. They need you to download that. They need you to pay that 99 cents. They need you to follow they channels that you listen to the music on,
and stuff,
because that's how the extra money goes to them. Additionally, I think outside of the finances, trying to look good, trying to smell good, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be presentable, think about your branding after having the music together. Life be lifing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still all have bills.
Yes, we do.
We gotta have somewhere to lay our head. I don't know not one person who can go a whole day and not eat, like traditionally. You know what I'm saying? Like the entire day and not eat. So everything costs so much. And as you elevate, you realize that a lot of things are only about the money that you can pay for that particular opportunity or for that particular platform. And you realize that there are people in the industry who've known this forever, and that's how they've won. That's the benefit of being signed. And a lot of people say, well, Amir, like, why you say you want to be signed? I'm 36 years old. Like,
I was just about to get into that.
It's a little different for me. I've had jobs and careers. I've been very successful in my career. Talent acquisition, recruitment, account management, multiple site management. And I feel like as an artist, them people don't care. And you'll continue to run that rabbit wheel, and it's never going to be enough money to fulfill you if you aren't like pushing towards what really make you happy internally. And being on the stage make me happy. Motivating other people make me happy. Helping niggas come out of a dark place and helping pull them up to a positive space, and us both seeing it and clicking on one moment a year later, 6 months later, and being like, damn, bro, my shit turned around for me.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
We did it. Yeah, that's
not
dope.
just with music, but as a person, as a man, bro, in life. The other negative thing that I would say, or the con, is being in nightlife. You're subject to whatever. A lot of people say, oh, well, I'm gonna have 1 or 2 drinks, but a DUI is 1 drink. Whether people want to realize it or not, it's 1 drink. If that man want to take you to jail, he can get you for that 1 drink.
Nightlife do be lit though.
Nightlife be lit.
Nightlife be lit.
In addition to that, people put stuff in your drinks. I've experienced that before. In addition to that, you develop habits that traditionally you just wouldn't do every single day if you weren't in that lifestyle. That
becoming a night owl, sleep schedule different.
Yeah. And see, like for me, bro, like I'll do my couple of shows a week, but I also work at 7:00 in the morning.
I understand that.
I don't have to be getting up at 7. I got to be logged in at 7, ready to go, doing what I got to do. And people don't realize like your mind and your body, like that wears on you. Even as an artist, like going into the studio, if you tired from doing shows and from working your 9 to 5 and you stressed out, your vocals and your mental is off while you're in the booth. So everything kind of counteracts. For me personally, for the people, I speak on the con of drinking because I have a DUI. And you can Google me and it's gonna come up. Whether you Google Amir or you Google my government, it's gonna come up. You see what I'm saying? That DUI, I got into a car accident by myself woke up, the airbags was deployed, the engine was on fire, and I had to kick myself out the back door. I was completely discombobulated. I went to too many prisons in one night within 24 hours. I seen too many police officers within 24 hours. But on the back end of that, y'all, like that was almost 3-4 years ago, you know, and I still got now almost a whole nother year on papers unless they sign off for me to get released early. Now, have I done everything that I need to do now? Yeah, my attorney is in his court. You see what I'm saying? To get that. But it cost me $14,000 plus between my attorney, the fees to the state, and the monthly fees for being on probation. It's too much. Now, if I had put that almost $15,000 into my music career or into my debt, that's different.
Yeah, I
understand.
Not only that,
after that accident, I lost my job. And I was making really, really good money. I had to sublet my place downtown. I didn't have a car. I was unemployed for almost 7 months with no unemployment. If I didn't have a mind, like a spiritual mind, like a religious raising, like I would have been broke mentally. It was times when I wanted to break, bro. And the only thing I had going for me was my connections with different venues, was the artists I knew in the city, was the musicians I knew in the city. And that kept me going. That started putting money in my pocket. I could start to count and pay bills with this. I could pay my car. And that's what carried me for them 7 months. And I realized, like, yo, we be chasing these jobs, but you just need a job to do the minimum.
The minimum.
But while that job is doing the minimum, we supposed to be coming up with skills and using the gifts that God put in us to create that income to meet whatever that job is giving you and surpass it, because you're going to continue to run that wheel, bro. And the people don't care.
Yeah, we're going to clap it up for that, boy. That was deep right there. That was deep right there. You got lost the sauce right there, Amir, boy. You own it. Because everything you said, I be mentally going through it myself. So you know, and then you like even Google like, God, Lee, what you
it's embarrassing in a sense, like, and then it puts that stain on you. And then as a black man, bro, like, you trying to do what you got to do, and you like, okay, my career, here go this one thing, everything else in life good. Then you get hit with that. Yeah. And then it's the money behind that. Then your credit impact, everything is ricocheted. So I tell my people, like, yo, I look too lit, you need to let me know. So that, when I was drinking. Yeah. You know, or I tell them, like, y'all got 2-3 drinks. But I want my people to be accountable and aware, because if them people make $15,000 off 20 people a year, it's too much. That's too much. Cause that ain't even a inch of the amount of people that's literally on papers for that one thing. It's embarrassing to report yourself to an office when you got a job, when you got a music career. It's embarrassing to piss in a cup and somebody standing behind you with the door open. That's embarrassing. So now, if I got to have a good time, I'm gonna give me a ride. I'm an Uber, because it's gonna be cheaper than $14,000.
I hear that. So that's the negative. So what's the positive?
The positive, bro. The positive is I was able to make money while being unemployed, while being carless, while being in a broken mental, physical, emotional state, spiritual space. I was able to push by the thing that God gave me. The music was always there. I was able to still inspire people who knew that I was going through stuff. It showed them how to push through it. So then when you come to me with a problem, you got to have a resolution. Because we got 2 options if you're going to be attached to me. You got to make it, or you got to push till you make it. The third option is option because you
like that. Well, say that again, Amir.
You got to make it, or you got to push till you make it.
I like that. We're going to clap it up for that. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I like that. So what else besides the money? Everybody want the money.
Well, you know, I'm just motivated by being on the mic. I like to move a room. I like to take a room that's, damn, you could have got let go today. You know, somebody in your family could have died this week. You know what I'm saying? Your dog could have died. You and your significant other could have been going through. But when you come in my space and my energy and my aura, I want to shape that room. I want to shape shift everything in the room. And the craziest thing that lets me know that God put me here to do music and entertainment is the fact that I'm able to do it no matter what's going on in my life. Whether I got $1 or whether I got $1,000, when it comes to a stage, I'm okay.
That's your calm. That's
my motivation.
That's dope. So let me ask you this: do you remember your first song you put out solo?
Deserve Better.
And and give my Crunk Lit Fresh, my Anchor Life family, let them know what is that about.
So Deserve Better is an R&B record. I make feel good music, but I'm a singer, so it's R&B music. But it's an R&B record.
Soul.
Yeah, it's an R&B record, and basically it's a guy, that I once was, and I was in a relationship, and basically, you ever cheat on somebody that didn't know you was cheating?
Yeah.
You ever felt good about it?
No.
You ever felt guilty about it?
Yep.
You ever wanted to tell them what happened?
Nope.
But didn't?
No, I did.
Okay, so this song was what you did.
Yeah.
Letting the motherfucker know, hey, baby, you deserve better. We done been through all this shit. This song got a lot of truth in it, too. We done been through all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I fucked up. And I done made up my mind that you deserve better. It ain't about me. I want to love you the right way. In order for me to do that, I got to tell you something. I got to tell you the truth and let you make that decision. Because I think in order to be in a successful relationship, which is one of the things I love is about R&B. Like, I'm making people fuck. They're making people happy. I'm making people like sex is one of the easiest workouts you can get.
Easiest.
You want to get your heart racing?
Get it going.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, it's fruit. Bible say be fruitful, multiply. Okay, let me make them get it together, or let her go get what she needs from somebody else who can lock her down the right way, and let him go keep doing what he's doing with everybody else.
Okay.
But either way, my junction is love. Feel good music. Let's move a little bit. Let's dance a little bit. But Deserve Better was, I fucked up. And I had to get it
Accountability.
Accountability.
We're
Accountability.
going to clap it up for accountability. Because some of these women out here don't want to hold accountability.
Some women are not accountable at all.
At all. That's why I say something.
Some women are not accountable at all.
We said what we said. We still love you, though.
We can come back on that topic, too.
Yeah. So, when you went solo, you had the single and everything. Let me ask you this. Why didn't you pick rap? Why would you want a rapper? Everybody want to be a rapper. You know how this whole R&B thing going and this, that, and the third. So why wouldn't Amir go a rapper?
Cause like, I'm that nigga. But I ain't no street nigga. Like, I grew up a little rough. But I ain't trapping doing all that. Like, my dad, like, that's his history. That's his story.
Yeah.
Like, and not growing up with him and meeting him right before I graduated high school, like, we have a different type of relationship, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't shit about a street that I want to know that I can't find out without going to my dad. It ain't shit about a street that I need to go do to jump in and see what it be like.
Yeah, peek your head in that curtain.
I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah.
I know how to do that well. This little nigga snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I just feel like rappers, like, they journey just as hard as mine. It's just as hard.
So you saying that R&B artists
lifestyle
is harder than rap?
I said their journey is just as hard as mine. And when I say that,
okay, explain that. Break that down.
Because as an R&B nigga, I still grew up with without a dad in a single parent home. I still went through the same shit that all black families experience at some capacity. Somebody been in touch. Like, I still had to overcome a lot of shit. I still had to make the right choice because the bad was always present. I moved to Atlanta because my cousin got murdered in Augusta. I didn't move to Atlanta because I wanted to move to Atlanta. Atlanta was not on my map. Now it's the best thing I ever done. You know what I'm saying? But that's not why I moved here. I moved here to get away so I can try to make sure my future was where I needed to be and make sure God was pleased with the result. Make sure I was able to be used, even if it was in a different way, not just in the church. Like he in the club, but he'll pray with you. Right there in the club.
That's dope.
I'm him. Like I'm lost on it. It just the lifestyle difference. Like rappers also have to fake certain situations just to become credible. Like
fake till they make it type thing.
I ain't seen a female rapper that's really pop without talking about her shit besides like Dolce. And even though she ain't talked about it, like she raw as fuck. Talented. She can come up that bitch with a sweatsuit on and gonna be still stupid talented. But it's still a level of, you gotta understand the game. It's gonna be a sacrifice somewhere. And I think that's why it's the same work. Because they working to make sure that they brand and their images align and make sure their music sound a certain type of way. It ain't just one type of rapper. They gotta choose what topics they want to rap about. If they want to be a trap rapper, they gonna be known as a trap rapper, and they know that. You see what I'm saying? As an R&B artist, I can and will and have begun touching pop. I can touch, your Afro beats. I can touch your hip hop vibes and still be an R&B artist, because it's rappers that write for R&B artists, mainstream, and it's R&B artists that write for rappers all the time. So I just feel like they got the same struggle, and it ain't nothing like, again, changing the energy in the room. And I feel like R&B has a better opportunity to shift that positivity in the room and make you get ready to go home and bust it open. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's harder for rap to do that.
Yeah, it is. It is. I agree on that. I mean, I think R&B is slowly coming back in for the males. Mm-hmm.
It's just starting to come back in.
That's what I feel. I think that's what the game is missing.
The females took all the way over. By the way,
yes, they have. Shout out to them. Shout out to the lady. We're gonna clap it up for the female artists out there. Definitely getting it in.
They got their run, but it's our time now.
Yeah,
it's our time now.
Let me ask you this, because I might start with Crunk Lit Fresh Records. But anywho, what is your opinion, your thoughts? Because I think, I be watching JD, Jermaine Dupri, and his lives and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know what? It's missing, and this is my take. It's missing the Jackson 5 type. What's your opinion on? And I ain't talking about like you in the group, but like as far as groups, I think we're missing that.
I do feel like we
need to bring that back, because
if you can't do groups, then you got to do collabs, and you got to build songs that can really sell shows. That's gonna bring about that type of energy that, even though it's not a group, it feels like a group. Like RSVP, that's the only representation you have, but they all mainly independent.
Okay.
They all financially like their self. I just feel like it's not a lot of male groups out here really doing it.
I think, and they say ain't nothing new under the sun. I think that's gonna be a comeback.
I think it's intentional. I think even letting the women take over real quick, that was intentional.
Overseas, they still got their male group stuff going on. Yeah. But I haven't seen that since like Pretty Ricky. And you see Tank they got they whole thing was going when they put together,
TGT. Yeah. But it was never really a solid group.
That's what I'm saying. But like but
it just happened to flow together.
Of where Tank, when he first came out tonight, like, come on, we're the new blood, the fresh, fresh.
They gotta let some of us in there.
So I think that'll be the way to go. Mm-hmm. Is even assembling something like that, because I'm like, what, Pretty Ricky, or what's the
Pretty Ricky was the shit.
But and like, shout out to them, like, because. But I'm like, dang, it just died down. Everybody went independent. I need my bag front end and the back end. Nobody want to work together.
I also think that, like, life has changed, right?
Yes, it
life changed 10 years ago, but then life just changed 5 years ago, and then life just changed a couple months ago. So it also makes us all, I think, not just artists, creators, but even entrepreneurs, people in general. It gives a sense of anxiousness. like we all trying to get to wherever God trying to take us, whatever we want, whatever bad we want, whatever dream we trying to fulfill. Like we trying to do it quick. Everybody's mind is on me. Yeah. Nobody think about us.
No, yeah, it seems like it's no more us.
You know, and I do feel like that's just the climate. It's life. The pandemic. People waking up in the last 10 years. People ain't just start waking up. They've been waking up for like 10 years. Been talking about shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like all that impacts the next.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do this real quick. Let me go to this. Give me your top 5 mainstream R&B artists.
Male or female?
Both. This is your 5.
I can't give you.
Need 5. Yeah, come on, talk to me.
I'm gonna give you 5 old and 5 new.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna run that.
Well, I ain't gonna say old and new. 5 legends.
I like that word, legends.
And 5 nowadays legends.
Present legends. We can go with that.
All right.
Let's hear this. Cause they might be watching this. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna hear. You might get some phone calls around.
So we gonna start this thing out.
Let's hear it.
Rest in peace to the late Luther Vandross.
Okay, Luther.
All right, so I gotta give it to Luther.
Got one.
Outside of Luther, I'm gonna throw a group in there, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say Drew Hill.
Got you, Drew Hill. All right.
Walks by me every day. They was the joint.
Yeah.
So Drew Hill. Of course, Usher. Like that's R&B.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Gotta give it to him.
D'Angelo, man.
That's a sleeper. Wow. Okay. That's nice.
Timeless. Like I've literally dreamed like of getting on and off tour buses with him. Like and couldn't wake up out the dream. Like that's one of those people that's still alive, and I'd be like, okay, let's work.
Hey, D'Angelo, if you watching this,
for real.
You ready? 2 more. Come on, talk to me. Your past legend list.
This is my past legend. Ooh, some of these people passed and now, so I'm gonna play my cards the right way.
Cause you got to go to new one, cause you wanted to do the 5 new, so we got 2 more for this past new. Come on.
The Isley Brothers.
Okay, like that. I like that. That's what's up. Got one more. Come on.
You ready?
I'm ready. I've been ready. Okay, come on now. Hey,
that's my first one. Beyond, but that's my 2. Yeah. Outside of Luther, cause he rested.
Yeah.
R. Kelly is the king of R&B.
Oh yeah, you said that. You saying that here?
He is the first original king of R&B.
Okay. I got you. All right, so let's go to the new. Come on, we got 5 new.
Not old, but new,
middle age,
new, relevant now. Everybody know. I would say Chris Brown, the most talented person of our time that's alive, that's a male, that's out here in the public eye. Okay. In terms of his overall creativity, he can write, he can draw, he can paint, he can dance, he can sing, he can act. He's more than a triple threat. You know?
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm gonna give y'all a run. I'm gonna say Sammy. I'm a Sammy
really?
Fan.
Sleeper again. You got a sleeper. That was a I ain't
that
see
nigga
that one coming.
That vocal is stupid.
I ain't see that one coming. That's a sleeper for me.
Yeah. Shout out to Sammy. Shout out to Sammy. I also like. I'm a fan and supporter of Vito. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Vito is talented, and I admire like his journey. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them guys like he got in the mud first, like me. You know, but then he moved on to shows. I might be a little too old for the shows. You know, now that I'm ready for it, I might be a little old.
Yeah.
Chase your dream while you can, because today's price is not tomorrow's price.
It's facts.
Today's age requirement ain't tomorrow's, but that don't mean God ain't got something for me. But like he's one of the people like he got on the ground, American Idol, The Voice, like he worked his way up. Additionally, I feel like he and Sammy are 2 great examples of what it means to be independent and successful.
Okay, that's dope.
And they both have 2 great visual brands. Additionally, Mario.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. If I had to say brand wise, the aesthetic that I envision my brand becoming, I like the tastefulness of the brothers brand. I like the fact that you know what he gives you, you know what he tells you, and that's it. I like the fact of he carries himself like he is a star. And not only does he carry himself that way, he holds the weight of it. He carry the weight. The nigga sing.
Yes.
The nigga can listen. You put Sammy, Chris, Mario.
Oh, so you about to do a super group. Y'all heard it here. You about to do a start. You about to do a super group. We gonna have a basketball team.
Add Vito in it now. Don't sleep on Vito.
Okay.
We already said Usher, so Usher can't get credit for this round.
Yeah, not this one.
Cause we know he got his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me.
Okay. Okay. Hey, y'all heard it here. Hey, we gonna do this one right here. Amir saying him. That's what I'm talking about. Pop your shit on Crunk Lit Fresh, baby. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. He said he ain't saying none of y'all.
If they alive and I name their names, I would love to work with them. But it's some other incredible artists like that don't get that
recognition.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Raheem Devine, that nigga works his ass off. And he has a good fan base and they rock with him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't name any females for that.
No, you didn't. I said that in my head. I was going there. I was like, hey, this is your list.
So now for the females, I'm gonna start with the new ones. Coco Jones is that new album.
Okay.
Her versatility from record to record, but you know it's her and it sounds all consecutive and cohesive as a project. It's crazy. There's no skips on there. She sounds different on every record. So I fuck with her. Outside of that, Tiffany Evans, I think she's incredibly talented. I think she's beautiful and she can sing her ass off. She's a person that I feel like with me, like maybe if we just had the right situation, like when we get the right situation, it's gonna be like boom. And like to have met her, but now to see it starting to happen all over again for her is crazy. So
Okay.
definitely want to put her in there.
3 more.
Keke Wyatt can sing her ass off. Kelly Price can sing her ass off.
Yeah.
Shantae Moore. Toni Braxton.
Yeah. Okay. You done ran through some. We done went to the old, so you done ran to the old list.
Man.
The other 5, you gonna just keep rattling them off then.
Bring TLC, the whole group back, man.
Yeah.
Like, any artist that's...
I swear the game is missing it. That's why I say that. I think
but it's the
missing
originality. Like, nobody want to be original. Nobody want to tell people about the real bad shit in their life. Nobody want to think outside the box and try something different. Everybody want to dress the same way, do their music the same way. Everybody want... You're never going to stand out if you meshing it. And I think that's part of it. And I think all the music sound the same. The people that are doing well right now is because their records are different and they're taking risks. And they are literally challenging themselves to grow. They are trying to give wow records. Again, it's been a while since you've seen R&B artists giving real attention and detail to their records and getting the notoriety or the publicity for it. You know, and it's starting to happen. So I think that's incredible as well.
So let me ask you this, because I wanted to get. I'm gonna go back to the male thing, and it came to me. Who does Amir mirrors his? If you had to choose, who is your similarity as far as an R&B artist as of right now?
So it's tough because everybody say I got that raspiness like John. I've learned and I've grown and developed myself to where I can legend.
Let them know.
I can pull it out. So John Legend.
Yeah.
That would be one person. I feel like he
Ordinary
and I
people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like because our voices have so many similarities, I feel like us working together could really do something magical, and it could be a really good pop for both of us.
Yeah.
In a different way. Especially like with the R&B Afrobeat, almost house, almost eclectic type sound that, you know, Afro vibes, like these next 2 or 3 records is given to the people, like, he would do amazing with that. And I feel like his fan base would really love it, and it would win back all the ordinary people fans.
Okay.
If you get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're definitely saying. I definitely get what you're saying.
But as far as mirroring myself,
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna respect people. So I'm gonna say this. Vito worked hard. From continuously building his fan base with his YouTube videos, his Spotify, like his snippets of people, not his mashups, his remixes, his V mixes, like all of those things, his aesthetic. He's incorporating dancing, which is something that I'm reincorporating. Like, he thinks about the details.
Yes.
And he thinks about painting the picture. And I love that. But outside of that, my initial is Mario, like I said earlier. Mario's that guy. Okay.
So we about to get into this whole thing.
I miss Eric Bellinger on there.
It's
a lot of people I missed.
But we only had 5, sir. Well, 10 because you wanted to go old school, new school.
You didn't give me that many options.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't supposed to be.
Nah, if I need somebody, if I had the opportunity to let somebody like get me right, I'd let Eric get me right. I'd let Vito get me right. Because they pens, their records is stupid. And I feel like they have that type of dust.
So who would you like to work with? If you had to choose.
Sammy, Vito. You talking about between Eric and Vito?
If you want to go there, right? But I was just going to say.
Mario.
I was just going to say.
I would work with Mario. Because I feel like he can bring something different out of me too. And I like the way that the man carries himself in terms of a being. You don't see no whole lot of mess out there. You know what I'm saying? He care about his brand. He care about his fans. He care that he take care of himself so his fans can see the example that they want to see. And I think that, you know, since my accident especially, I've always been responsible for myself, but I'm a little bit more aware of my decisions, you know what I'm saying, and how they impact my brand, because I realized, like, I got to make it, because if I wasn't supposed to be here to make it, like, God wouldn't have kept me here for what?
Understandable.
So I feel like he has that type of walk. But I also know enough and have enough dialogue between Sammy and Vito to know that as far as men and artistry, they 2 solid brothers. So I would take the opportunity with Mario because I don't know him personally.
That's dope. Let me ask you this. Tell my Crunk Lit Fresh family, my Anchor Life family, because this your first time on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unscripted.
Yeah, unscripted. Oh yeah, we go. Hey, cut raw, no Vaseline.
Boy ain't told me nothing.
ain't no need to. I told you we chilling at Applebee's, just vibing out.
Yeah,
we just vibing out. So you got a project out?
So I got a lot of music out.
So let's talk about it.
So music wise, y'all, listen. I know I started out with Deserve Better, all that good shit, but your boy is really about feel good music. I got a record out right now called Golo, Golo, on all platforms. It does have an Afrobeat vibe to it, but it's not just one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of the records that you listen to it one time, it's not gonna sound the same way the second time. You're gonna hear something totally different in it. And that's because I really spent my time with the record. Okay. But it'll make you move a little something, you know what I'm saying?
So how long did it take you to do that record?
To actually get it done?
Yes.
I think I spent like 3 sessions on that. By the time I finished and polished up and everything, yeah.
So let my people know out here, what do you mean by when you say 3 sessions? They don't speak that lingo.
My sessions are typically 2 to 4 hours. It's $100 an hour.
Okay.
For one record.
So you did 3 then?
I had 3 sessions for that record.
So is that individual pay or that's just one solid pay?
I mean, it's cheaper if you buy 10 hours at once with my producers.
Got you.
Because I got a pre-production producer who I come up with all my shit with. I run all my ideas across, and I got a production producer to make sure that the sound is there and everything is right, and make sure I'm patched properly and understand how to lay everything. Because you can't know everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's impossible for me to do all the shit that I do publicly live and to fucking act like I know every part about recording and production.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. So let me ask you this before we get up on out of here. What do Amir want out of music?
I'm becoming a household name. I'm gonna say that. I think slow and steady wins the race. But my music career will open up doors. You know, I want a center, a entertainment center, for creatives in the community. I want resources available for the artists, whether it be health insurance, whether it be housing temporarily, anything that they need. I want my artists to feel like they have resources when it comes to me. Outside of that, as an artist, you know, I want to walk the runway. You know, I want to be on the front covers. I want to be in the spreads. I want to work red carpets.
Yeah.
You know, not just walk them. Walking them gonna be fun, but I want to do some interviews. I got some questions I would love to ask some people. You know what I'm saying?
But you're gonna do my red carpet over there. Spotlight on the red carpet.
I can work with you, bro. You know,
spotlight on the red carpet. Amir gonna perform.
Oh, here we go. Here
you gonna perform. We gonna work out
past it, y'all.
We gonna work out which one it was, cause I know we gonna work it out. But he gonna be on the spotlight on the red carpet. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, a household name, bro. Worldwide.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The capacity that Chris Brown has by being Chris Brown.
Yeah. By being Chris Brown.
Everything that's negative is not negative. Sometimes God puts certain things in our path, and that thorn becomes the thing that helps us win. It becomes our saving grace. Because he was doing great before the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And we know it's two-sided, right?
Yeah.
But 10, 20 years later, this man got grace. He got mercy. And he kept going. And he didn't give up on himself. He loved on people around him. He made sure his people understood. His fans, his supporters understood. Whether it was good stuff or bad stuff going on, he was straightforward. He faced shit on. And people saw the realness. And I feel like that's what draw people to God. Like, you know the man know God. Because how else he would have made it through it? That is the person who has everything. From fashion, he can dance, he can sing, he can do basically anything. Like, I feel like I want to be like that.
Yeah.
I don't have to have his following.
Yeah.
But the people that God put me here to be a blessing to, I feel like it's here. And I feel like it's just time. I feel like it's just coming. But it's gonna run its course how it needs to. So yeah.
So Amir, so I want you to do this.
I ain't gonna
say. So give some encouraging, some spoken word to my audience out here before we get up on out of here. Drop some knowledge on them.
Well, I ain't gonna say it's knowledge. What I'm gonna say is this. When we take a moment and we sit back and we realize that everybody around us is also going through, I feel like we get a lot farther, right? So I feel like God has a charge on everybody. If you are connected to me or you hear my voice, there's a charge on you to love the next person. A lot of times we respond in certain ways, etc., but there's a charge on us to maybe turn that other cheek. And sometimes I also realize, like, in doing so, we don't realize, like, that's a suppression of your flesh. That's a fast in that moment. So anytime you give up something of your flesh, God has to reward you in the spirit. So if it's something that you need in your life, the easiest way to get God to show up for you is to show love to the next person. Because the words say it's the heart of a man. It's the heart of a man. By thy love and kindness have I drawn them. So love on the next person. Speak to people. Be encouraging. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see somebody homeless, if you got $2 in your pocket, them $2 is not going to break you. If you feel in your spirit, God say move, the person that money. Say be blessed and keep it moving. Don't worry about what they doing with it. When we walk in love, we can be of service to other people. And that opens doors for us. So that's all I got. Cause that's all I walk in love. And we ain't known each other that long. Like, I treat everybody the same, bro.
You do.
I don't care.
You do.
I don't care how you live, where you live, and who you live with. I don't care who you lay with. It's not my business. My business is, how can I be of service to this person? How can God use me in their life? Because again, to be around me, you either working till you getting there, or you pressing, working or pressing towards it. But you got to get there, or you got to go. And the only way I can help you get there is showing love. And love is not a sexual thing. Love is, it's a connection. It's like telepathy. I know if my brother having a hard day when he sit by me. I know if my producer walked up to me right now and something heavy on him, I'm gonna feel it because I'm walking in love. So anything that's not love, I'm gonna feel. And I'm gonna suit that need. Hey bro, what's going on? Talk to me. Well, I can't do this, but I can do this. And when I need people, they be there the same way. So walk in love, and I feel like you'll never run out of what you need in life.
Amir, everybody. Crunk Lit Fresh.
Appreciate y'all.
Amir, appreciate you.
Appreciate
you,
you,
man.
For real.
That's another episode of Crunk Lit Fresh. It's a player partner, Captain Pimpin'. And we out, baby, on the East.
Hey, yo, we out. Make sure y'all follow me officially, AMIA, on all platforms. I appreciate y'all. It's Amir.